Hey there, welcome back to High Infidelity, the best channel for cheating stories. Like and subscribe to channel for more spicy stories. Now, let's get into today's story video.
Is my wife cheating or just feeling shame from a previous relationship? I'm 46-year-old man, and my wife is 46-year-old female, 48 female. We've been married for 15 years and have been together for 17 years. 2 children, 14 females and 12 female. More information may be found in my profile. I'm new to Reddit, so please accept my apologies in advance for any mistakes. Throwaway account for many reasons. I attempted to cross-post from dead bedrooms, but it would not accept it, so I'm publishing here as well. I've been working on myself while researching how to fix our DB. I've been swimming 30 minutes every day, 5 days a week, and weightlifting 3 times a week. I've been eating healthier, trying to be more proactive in our shared duties, and doing more than my fair share of housework. We used to exchange duties with each other and the kids, but now I simply do it whether it's my time or not. I've also been doing a lot of self-reflection and thinking about how I act in my marriage. Thinking about my previous relationships is a component of it. A little background. In my first meaningful relationship, I was cheated on. The gaslighting was unbelievable. I didn't trust the majority of it, but I couldn't show it was all falsehoods. Cheating is dreadful and a deal breaker for me, and I assumed my wife felt the same way. Her first marriage occurred when she was just 18 years old, and her first husband cheated on her. She married her fiancé, who was enrolled in the Navy shortly after graduating. Her mother's connection with her was poisonous, and she married him to get away from her. They relocated from the Mid-East Coast to the West Coast, and their marriage was rocky to say the least. I don't know the specifics of her adultery, but I do know he cheated on her numerous times, cheated on his previous girlfriend, with whom he had a child for whom she had full custody, and cheated on his second wife. So I was joking with my wife about cheaters one morning. I was watching YouTube videos on couples when an infidelity tale got my interest. I was describing how, in the narrative, a BS had installed a VAR in the WS car, which shocked her. I was perplexed and inquired as to why. That, she claims, is a significant violation of trust. Well, so is an affair, I answered. She said that if the relationship is so terrible, trust is the key problem that has to be addressed. I asked, how do you go ahead if you don't know whether or not your partner is cheating? You simply know, she said. I said that red flags are clues, but I'd require confirmation before approaching someone about cheating. She said that the invasion of privacy was equally as awful. I explained that although infidelity is unacceptable, invasion of privacy is not. She said that she has saw individuals reunite from both, and that both were dreadful. I'd gone through the denial process, and gaslighting is aggravating and can drive you mad. I said that I would require evidence before confronting a cheater since they were already liars who would never confess to cheating. I was kidding and playing surprise the whole time. I had to go to work, so I kissed her goodbye and went. My heart was slowly breaking as I was joking. I thought we were on the same page when it came to cheaters. I was wondering what it was all about the whole trip to work, and she was behaving like someone who was / is cheating. My phone has a password, but my wife and both of my children know it. They are also aware of her password. I keep all of my passwords in Google so that if my wife or children need to access anything, they can just log in and obtain what they need. I've never concealed anything from my wife, nor have I had any cause to. Even though she often allows the ladies to use her phone, I once had her phone and asked if I could check through her email for an email I sent her, and she became furious and claimed I was being disrespectful. I was taken aback and apologized right away. This encounter occurred to me when I was driving. Then I realized that our closeness was lower before her complete hysterectomy. I thought it was due to schedule because of her fertility issues. Then, once she had recovered from her treatment and had time to heal, we attempted to be intimate. We tried numerous times, and she was taking hormones to assist with her desire, but she eventually decided she wanted a break and to deal on her problems in Ike. I promised to back off and allow her time, but after a few months she stopped coming due to the expense, but she promised to start again as soon as we were more stable. She eventually stopped taking hormones as well. So I understood these were red signals, but I assumed that since we had similar ideas about cheating, I didn't have to be concerned. I then recalled a recent chat in which she said that she and her ex-husband had cheated on each other. I had always assumed that he cheated. She discovered it and then had a vengeance affair. When she indicated that they were cheating at the same moment, I figured it was a language error. But what if I was mistaken? Later that night, while we were alone in our room getting ready for bed, I brought up the morning talk. I seemed to be kidding, but I was truly wounded since I believed we were on the same page regarding infidelity. I inquired about the time of her first marriage's infidelity. She said that they were both present at the same moment. I wanted to know exactly what she meant by cheating. She said that she didn't see the purpose in discussing it since we would never cheat on one another. I said, "How can you know if we never discuss it?" I informed her that I believed we were on the same page about infidelity being a deal-breaker. But after 15 years, I discovered we weren't. "You'd simply know if you were being cheated on," she remarked. She'd been in prior relationships when she'd been cheated on and simply knew. I informed her that her previous behavior had raised red flags. Then I mentioned her phone, her lack of warmth and closeness, and her defensiveness, all of which were warning signs for someone who was or had cheated. She became defensive and said, "I am not cheating on you," to which I replied, "I know, but it is what a cheater would say." She expressed surprise that I suspected she was cheating on me. I said that I was not accusing her of cheating. I was simply perplexed by her stance against adultery since she had previously been cheated on. She got passive-aggressive and spoke the following words: "Check my phone and passwords if you suspect I'm cheating. I had a feeling you'd do it. Everyone laughs in my face and accuses me of cheating." I said, "What are you on about? I never accused you of being a liar. I don't care if you had an affair with your spouse when you were 18 years old. You were just a child. I simply want to make sure we're on the same page on this. My wife has not cheated on me, in my opinion. But don't most men say this? I had always been secure in our relationship, not thinking about whether she would cheat on me since I assumed she was aware of the damage it would bring." Hearing her believe that relationships that have been harmed by infidelity can be restored is similar to cheating because you can say, "I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of a bind right now and don't know what to do next. We begun MC and I'm in IC. We had 3 sessions with the MC, but the LCT was a poor match, and I'm not sure how she obtained her license. My wife advised that we drop the MC and she go to IC. I agreed, but added that we would have to visit MC at some point. I'm still working on myself right now, and we're waiting for her first therapy appointment, which should be next week. I'm quite certain she didn't cheat on me, and I believe the strangeness stems from her being embarrassed about cheating in the past and not being upfront about it since I was a staunch anti-cheater. She carries a lot of guilt due to her mother, and I believe she is defensive because she is embarrassed of it. The following are the reasons why I do not believe she cheated. She has bipolar illness and was mistreated throughout her adolescence and early 20s. After her first marriage ended in divorce, she pulled herself up, went through extensive counseling, earned a master's degree, became an LCSW, and is now medication-free. I wouldn't have realized she was bipolar if she hadn't informed me. My last significant relationship was with a female who had borderline personality disorder, was med-resistant, and was an absolute nightmare. Because I had PTSD from that relationship, I was always on the watch for red flag behavior after that. She did tell me about her bipolar disease very early in our relationship, and I was worried since I had selected another female with a significant mental disorder and believed my picker was flawed, and have now discovered that I seek out people like her. Thank you, Mr. Nice Guy. But she worked hard on herself and never jeopardized our relationship because of her bipolar disorder. She experiences manic episodes on occasion, but they are few and far between, and she is aware of them. Because I suffer from depression, we support one another when we are down. She is quite sensitive to other people touching her and will not get a manicure or pedicure. We had a promotion for free couples massages, and she was perplexed by them. She has never stopped loving me and has never attempted to damage my emotions or say anything nasty to me. She has always showed me respect and encouragement, and I get the impression that she loves me. So I suppose I'm wondering whether what I'm feeling from her is simply unresolved guilt or if it's anything more. Thank you for reading and for any assistance you may provide.